Hey everybody, and welcome this week to Seek and Destroy. This is a pretty unique war game for the PlayStation 2. It's originally from, I believe, Japan, and it was localized in America, and this is the game that came about from it. It's a pretty cool, like I said, little war game. We have some exposition here at the beginning, which is going to come after we make our character name. I'm just going to make it the usual Dirk. That way we can hop right into it and see how things roll. Yes, I'm good with this name. And we can also select a tank. You probably want to pick a heavy tank. I think I'm going to go with this KV-1C. I'm not like a tank or a war guy, but... So as I was saying, there's a pretty simple story and a cutscene here to begin with. Quawar is the name of this world, and in this world there's a couple different nations. And then one year, the year of 210, there's an empire, and that empire is called the Q-Steins. They sound a little bit German in name, I think. That's a good way to remember them. They're the bad guys in this game, and they have a powerful military, and with that military and their blitz tactics, they take over the rest of the world. Well, they take over the continent that they're on first, and then as they begin to expand, they invade the western continent, and that western continent is called the Protons, which is who we are. Now, the Protons don't have a military power that's as great as the Q-Steins, and so they gradually start losing ground as time goes on. Now, 3 months after the initial war, the Q-Steins started landing forces on that Proton land. Again, this is the western continent, and the Protons were forced to actually make civilian militias, which I think we're a part of, to try and fight back against it. Now, it's 5 months after that, so about 8 months after the initial invasion or so. The Protons have lost 80% of their land, you can see there, and the soldiers are still trying to fight back as best as they can, but would victory ever become theirs? I guess we'll have to find out. Alright, so I was saying that I'm not really a tank nut, so I don't recognize any of these tanks. I'm not familiar with them, or I'm not like a war guy, but you can see here, these are the bad guys. The bad guys usually have black tanks, or like more sandy looking colors at the beginning. So again, that's how you can tell the difference between the good guys and the bad guys. Bad guys usually have black, good guys usually have blue, and our more traditional green color that you might see, I don't know, maybe on like your little toy soldiers or something. Again, not a war guy, so I can't point to specific tanks or anything. And of course, in this world, everybody are tanks, rather. So this is a guy we'll see a lot of throughout the game, Major Rothschild, and there we are on the left. We're the brighter green looking tank. We'll become more distinguished as we play this game, and it becomes clearer, who we are, and we might just switch our tank, which is something that we can do in this game too. Alright, so we are this character here. We can move the top of our tank independent of the bottom part of our tank. I can also snap the camera so that it follows where my head is pointed. If you want to imagine it as our head, the top of the tank. We have our health up in the top left, which is represented in damage. How much ammunition we have is in the, well, sort of top right. And you can see the health of the enemies pop up whenever I damage them, right underneath of the amount of damage that we have. Now you can probably guess, but we have a lot of collateral damage here. That's fine. I don't ever think that we get penalized for that. Our allies are these guys who have the little blue on their flags, and the bad guys, the Q-Steins, are the guys who have the black and red flags. A lot of missions in this game you can choose to do like in two separate ways. For example, we could come kill that Colonel Hoffman outside of the city here, and he wouldn't appear in future missions. A lot of like missions, if you kill a focal point of them, or if you choose to do that mission later rather than as soon as it's available, you have a difference that kind of happens in the story. It's very marginal. I don't think it's ever significant. All roads lead to the end of this game, and you can't really change much. But again, it's funny, this game is like an adrenaline shot. That's the analogy I'm coming up with for this game, because it is very dense, it is very fun, but it is very short. You're basically gonna, if you were running in this game, the end of it kind of comes like a brick wall, kind of comes out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's it, that's the end of the game. Oh well. And again, this Rothschild here, he's directing us that we are going to have to assist the military. So that is us. After every mission, we also get a certain amount of gold here as well, that we can use to buy upgrades to our tank. Now, I'm going to go one more mission ahead before I bother upgrading my tank at all. We'll just attack here on this field. That you can tell which missions are you're supposed to be participating in because they have the little black flag, so that's the enemy missions. The little blue flags usually denote a battle that you've already won, or a city that like you can visit to buy supplies or talk to people. So we have some Q-Steins who are winning this battle that's ongoing with the military currently. It's also funny because helicopters are people in this world too, so that's pretty unique. And I believe that we are part of this crew that is landing here. Yep, there we are up at the front. I'm pretty sure. Again, I'm not like a tank nut, but once we get like a little add-on to our tank, because we can get unique weapons and stuff, then it starts to become more evident who we are. Now, I'd said in the beginning, you want to pick a heavy tank. Reason for that is you can do more add-ons onto your tank that way. You can pick a lighter tank if you feel like the armor isn't going to be a big deal to you, or if you feel like you move too slow for the beginning of the game. I just prefer to have the armor. I'm alright with the speed sacrifice because we can just buy an upgrade that'll let us move faster. I'm just checking that the rest of my army is coming up behind me, or I guess this is my support army rather. And I basically do this mission kind of like a hook. Like we come from the left side, like a scythe, if you want to imagine it, and we kind of curve around and kill all the enemies as we pass. You can see that Colonel Hoffman sort of to the left of us. We are taking a lot more damage than I kind of anticipated. I'm trying to just, because you can adjust the height of your cannon as well. Don't worry, after this mission, the upgrades that we're going to get to our weapons are going to make it so that we hit these guys a lot more accurately. But just for this mission, we kind of have to tough it out. Again, we can beat the Colonel Hoffman here, and I actually think this might be the mission that you're supposed to beat him if you don't beat him in the introductory mission. I used to play this game a lot. It's got a New Game Plus sort of feature, but it's funny, I still, despite all that, I'm not super aware of like all the points in the story in which it deviates. Man, it's we're getting all the way to the edge of the map here. Oh, and I just got blasted again. Okay, and we're reloading. Okay, he turned around. He's in trouble now. Nice. So there goes Colonel Hoffman. He's part of this mission in that we have to destroy him and the other tanks, and we have some enemy reserves here now. I am going to, I think, stay on cleanup duty. I'm not going to worry about the reserves that just came in because you can see how low our HP is. I'm going to let the brunt of our forces over here kind of deal with that, or at least let them get aggro. I might try and take a couple pot shots at these guys, but if I notice I'm being focused, I'm just going to back up. Oh man, this game was one of the games that like I was kind of obsessed. Excuse me. As a kid, I was always obsessed with games where you could have allies, and kind of regardless of how useful they were or not, as long as they like shot and they had a function in the mission that was like not scripted, I always thought they were pretty cool. And this was one of those games because obviously, despite the AI being incredibly inept, well, maybe not nearly as inept as I am because I just lost allies there. And wow, that was really close. He almost shot us several times. It also looks kind of like maybe, yep, they just finished off that last one. But anyway, even though these tanks are pretty inept as allies, they generally do what the mission plan calls for them to do, which kind of impressed me a lot as a kid. So this is Javon's. He doesn't even have a rank apparently, so he must be a civilian as well. But we're looking for a Lieutenant General Amati. He's being transferred. He's a prisoner of war. Now we're going to go do that in due time, but first I want to head back to the city that we just liberated so that I can buy some new upgrades for our tank. We could talk about that. We can also talk about a few other things in town that's kind of important to us. And that little beeping thing there is our radio. Whenever we have radio communications, it'll go off. It's just Rothschild wanting a sit rep on the mission, and he wants us to meet with him or go with the resistance. I think this is one of those missions where the order that you do the mission in isn't important. There are other missions that later on, if you choose to do them in a certain order, your objectives change. So we're up to 2,700 gold, unlocked a bunch of new tanks here. And like I said, my plan is to head back to the city. Now on this overworld map, you can actually open up a proper map of it, and you can see, so here we are in the center of the screen, basically the little yellow triangle, and there's our city to the bottom left where we're going to be traveling. We have 2 enemy missions coming up against the Q-Stein Empire. We have this one here in a little divot. We have this one to the south of a city nearby. I am going to head again back to the city so that we can do a couple of things. So towns operate kind of like they do in RPGs. You can talk to civilians, which is kind of weird to me, but like you can talk to this townsman. It is very, very rare that they ever tell you anything important. We have arenas where we can participate in like combat or like feats of I don't know, sort of platforming a little bit. And if we participate in them, we get rewards for it. In fact, if you want to get the demon wings at the end of the game, you have to participate and beat all of the arenas. So here is a unique character, one of the few unique characters in the game. It's a suspicious looking tank, and it asks if you know the secret word. So I want to show how this works. I've got a password here. And this is just a password entering character. This isn't going to break the game, and I'm not even going to use this other than to just show what it is. It's ODG. Sorry, I know this is stupid for a password. Well, it's not a stupid password. It's stupid to pause the Let's Play to put in a password, but I want to show that this character does accept passwords. ODG Rito, right? R-I... TRO, retro, ABCDEFGH, retro. Man, you would think I had a very serious spelling disability. RTTR. Oh, there we go. And then this should, yeah, they say, what? You know the word. Here's a gift for you. And it is a grand flag. I just wanted to show this one off because I think it's cool. I guess, as I understand it, the company that made this game, that was the name of their president at the time, the president of their company, or an abbreviated version of their name, because I guess it was much longer than that, at least the English sort of localized version of their name. Now, we have a shop and a garage in every town. We can just run into the shop. This is where we're going to purchase our parts. Let's see, I had an idea for what I wanted to do. So this is our main shell that our gun has in the main weapon. I'm not going to change that probably until the very end, unless I can think of a reason not to. I have an idea for what I want to buy. I want the missile. You don't want short-range weapons because they're very hard to use against enemies in general. I do want to upgrade my engine. I might hold off on the travel parts, which are basically like the grip, like the track on your vehicle. I don't think I want to change the gears, which is the speed at which the top of our head moves. I do want the new CPU though, and I do want the radar. And does that leave me enough money to upgrade travel parts? Yes. Okay, I am alright with all of that. Let's go now to the garage, which we can go to directly from here. And we could change our tank if we felt like it. Wait, that says but that's not a heavy tank, huh? Okay, yeah, I'm going to switch over to a heavy tank. I'm going to pick the Martyr 2. You can tell it's a heavy by the letters that are underneath of it. Oh, wow, but this one has 1977 as how many armaments I can equip to it. You know what? I think I'm going to take it on the chin and just keep this heavy tank, even though it's not a heavy, because the number there, the number on the left is how many parts you have equipped to it currently, their rating. Each part has a rating to it. Like this shell, I believe the rating, let's see, that one's kind of hard to see. Let's maybe do Grand Flag. Wow, this one drops our, I guess it's weight by 30 pounds. I guess that's what the QT means. And this is also that item that we got from using the cheat code. It drops our weight. Now, I'm going to equip a missile, and I'm also going to equip our new engine. The travel part will upgrade. I don't have any special parts yet. I don't have internal devices yet. The turret gear is already equipped. This computer will actually give us a lock-on function, which is nice. And I do want the small radar, which will give us a mini-map in every mission. And I guess I could change our camouflage. Supposedly in the missions, if you use the relevant camouflage on a mission, it will give you, give the enemies a smaller range at which they can detect you. But, I mean, the missions are never that hard. This game has a lot of incentive, or it gives you a lot of incentive to try and build your characters in specific builds, like a melee build or like a sneaking build. There are upgrades that actually make it so that your tank doesn't make noise, so you can sneak around better. But the mission or two that they are relevant, they're only relevant for those missions or two. Otherwise, you're at a complete disadvantage. So we're now headed for this mission here. This is probably one of my more favorite missions. And it's a mission where I can show off kind of a mechanic of the game that's been here from the beginning, but it's only only relevant for certain missions. So they're talking here that there's going to be a convoy that passes through this area, and on that convoy is a carrier, and on that carrier is I believe Ahmadi, Ahmadi, and he is an ally of ours, and we have to free him. Now, they tell us to destroy the bridge, but actually in this mission there are two bridges. This game sort of suffers from the localization of it a little bit. Because, like I said, I believe it was from Japan firstly, and then it was ported to American. Now, firstly, I want to show this mechanic here. Every mission has a mission description, and this helps you out a lot on very specific missions, this being one of them. So the first thing it says is the mission title, Rescue Ahmadi, and then it says what the win condition of that mission is. So what we want to do is capture the enemy trailer and destroy all the enemies. Now it'll rotate around to show us. Now, this trailer is going to come from one end of the map and travel to the other end of the map. And as soon as it gets near the middle of the map, we're to surround them and attack. We can freeze the trailer in place to keep it from escaping by destroying the two bridges on either side of it. But if it escapes, we'll lose. So we have to secure the trailer and kill all the enemies instead of normally where we would just have to kill all the enemies. Now, it talks about there being two bridges. Now, I'm on my way to destroy one of those bridges right now, and I've changed my tank to white so that we can tell which tank is mine in the cutscenes, basically. This is one of the bridges that we have to destroy, and we don't even have to destroy the other bridge, so I'm not going to. And I'll sort of show why that is here in just a second. Man, the emulator's eating a lot of my firing sound effects. Now you can see on the mini-map we have a lot of enemies coming in, so I'm going to sneak over this hillside and launch some missiles at them. One, they're heat-seeking missiles. Two, we have the new lock-on effect because of our CPU upgrade. Now you can see the prisoner trailer there carrying well, the character we're here to get. I'm trying to get rid of this tank here, which is right on top of us, and then I'm going to back up just a little bit as the other tanks kind of keep moving in. So it says destroy both of the bridges, but once that truck gets to this side here, I never have any trouble with it, like trying to escape the mission area. I think if you attack it like near the other bridge first, you have a little bit more trouble with that. And then of course, if you don't destroy this bridge, he just speeds across it and escapes the map. So that does in fact happen. But again, you can get away with just you can get away with simply just destroying this one bridge, and then with your forces attacking these tanks. I'm having a lot less trouble with this mission than I had with it the last time that I played. I was having an issue before where they were like really targeting me, but my allies are actually here to help. I guess I'm also sort of having an issue where my heat-seeking missiles are locking onto this truck more than I would like, because it is considered an entity. You can kind of see it jostling as my shots and the enemy tanks keep running into this truck. So we're at about 1/3 of HP right now, and this guy is just about dead. I can see we have about, 3 more tanks out in the water here, and I'm trying to get rid of them because, get rid of them from up here on the land, because they're very hard to target whenever they're down in the water, and you're in the water as well. Alright, this guy, he's on the ropes. And is that not the last of the guys? Oh, I think I see maybe one made his escape to the north. Oh man, this is incredibly annoying. Or is that him all the way out the way? The sort of another problem is if enemies get really low on health, they'll try and flee. Is that guy low? Yeah, he must have been, because we killed him in one shot there. If they get low on health, they'll start to flee. Now, some missions that's really good, where you don't care about killing all the enemies, but unfortunately this is not one of those missions. So this is Lieutenant General Amati, not to be confused with Rothschild, who is also the same color as him, but they are apparently both from the same army, that being the Proton Army. And yeah, so this is a pretty cool game. I like how everybody in the game are kind of vehicles, but they're still able to give them personalities. And again, this game really isn't going to be that long. I anticipate this Let's Play being maybe 2 hours, like dancing right around it, either just above or just below. I'm going to be playing through all the missions, beating it all the way up to the end, but considering that nothing really changes in the game by doing the missions at different times, I'm not going to bother to replay the missions to show the other outcomes, because again, it doesn't change anything. It's just like, oh, is your objective to destroy an HQ? Well, now it's to kill all the enemies instead. And we have been requested by Rothschild to link up with him and attack a city. So that is what we're going to do post haste. And Lieutenant General Mahdi also confirms that. Now, like I said, a lot of this game suffers from the mistranslation. They say very weird things, and sometimes your objectives are kind of obfuscated by, how kind of odd the translation is. Now, you'll notice the mission below us, or below the city, is null now. So we can head up to this city here. This actually has the potential to be one of the hardest missions in the game if you don't do it right, because you don't have many upgrades right now. So this city's name is Naldnik. It's called Blitz at Naldnik, and I think it's called that way not because of the Supreme Force, but because of the speed with which you have to destroy it. So we have to bomb 4 towers that are located in this city, and we only have 3 minutes with which to do that. Otherwise, we lose the mission. This town is completely filled with tanks, and they are pretty strong tanks. So we basically want to avoid confrontation as much as possible. Now, tanks don't really care, or the enemies rather, the enemies don't really care that you destroy stuff. They really care though whenever you shoot them. So if you are destroying a building, don't worry about it. If you accidentally lock onto an enemy and deal some damage to them, well, they're probably going to wake up and start fighting you. Now, I'm looking for where the last 2 towers are. Uh-oh, we woke this guy up. We might as well fight him. Otherwise, he might wake the rest of the town up from our fighting, and we'll end up, oh man, we don't have very much HP left. That's fine, but we still have plenty of time. As long as I avoid getting into another confrontation, we'll be, uh-oh, hold up, I see that building just fell. I'm trying to avoid the enemies. Uh-oh, there comes one. I don't know that if, I think that's their line of sight that you're seeing with the pink stuff that's out the front of them. But it might also be them shooting, but it doesn't really make sense that they would just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. I'm keeping an eye on that purple stuff to make sure it's always in my vision. That way I don't suddenly, oh, easy now. Almost went right out in front of that guy and probably ate it. The last tower, I believe, is on this west side of the city. And I think I'm coming up on another tank. Yes. Nope, here's the last tower. And the mission ends as soon as we destroy it. So we just gotta break it, and that is it. We just won. So again, if you kind of go haphazardly around the town, if you fight a lot of these high-powered tanks, you're gonna be in for a world of hurt. Now you can see here there's a little secret compartment in the nearby mountain that has this, you know, weird bunch of parts that they're shipping out on some kind of a truck. To me, it almost looked like a drone, maybe like a drone with arms, and it's from a Q-Stein lab. So, you know, God only knows what this thing might actually be. Maybe it doesn't look, well, I still think it looks like a drone, actually. On the back there, it has like the little like propeller type deals. And so Rothschild says that is a guard carrier, and it has a new weapon in it, and we have to stop him. And that is what we're going to do. Now, we land here at this new, much bigger map, and you can usually tell what kind of mission it's going to be by how big the map is. And we've been stopped by Sergeant Matthews. You must be the Proton Ace tank. So apparently word's getting around about us that we are quite the force to be reckoned with. It is pretty important at this point that you get a weapon that can lock on. This boss goes from kind of difficult to a complete walk in the park if you have a weapon that can lock on to him. Which I'm going to show just as soon as this cutscene ends. It turns out that that was a fake weapon meant to lure us out here so that this Sergeant Matthews could take us out. So, reason that the lock on is so good, let me see. Yeah, because if I was just trying to aim at this guy with without a heat-seeking element, I would, like, see, he's already at half HP. Also, whenever you get most bosses under half HP, let me land another hit here. Oh man, shame that attack doesn't really do anything. Once you get any boss just under half HP, they change to a phase 2. This phase 2 is denoted by red little lights. So we have to continue to blast this guy with our heat-seeking missile. I'm just trying to orient myself a shade. Again, could you imagine if I had to aim the top of my tank at this guy? Even with one of the best upgrades in the game, as far as like our main shell, this would be a incredibly fucking annoying fight. Thankfully, I just have heat-seeking missiles to make it so that these are pretty much auto hits. And I thought that last one there might have got him. There we go. He's finally down. I like all the bosses in this game. I especially like the last boss, even though he's not really like crazy unique or anything. And that is this mission. It was pretty well a 2-part mission, done and over with. And we return back to this city, which is an industrial city, and those are actually our tanks there. So we have taken over this city, and yeah, I think I forget. I think this is Amadi, isn't it? Or is this? Nope, this is Rothschild. He welcomes us back, and he informs us that you know, this city, Naldnik, has been you know, fully recovered, and now we're gonna get Baccarat back. That is the capital, I'm pretty sure, of this western continent. Mahdi troops are on their way, so that is our you know, our allies, the other blue tank. Now I think before we continue on, I do want to bother to buy upgrades here because we have 4,500 bucks and a new city with which we can buy upgrades. Alright, Naldnik. This city has a kind of annoying location for the shop. It is down this way. Yeah, it's pretty far from where you start. It's not the worst one that we're going to encounter though, so I think this is what I wanted to do. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I want to upgrade my engine. But let's go in here and see first. So, any weapons here I want. What's a Goliath? Shoots a torpedo tank that chases after the enemy. Nah. Blaster might be nice if I could afford it. 16 missile, that would be good. I don't want to change my main weapon yet. I think I probably do want to change my accelerator, my engine. And what is this? Caterpillar for heavy tanks? Nah, I don't think so. I think I'm just going to stick with the engine. That's good for now. Can I afford the 16 missile? Yeah, I have just enough money for that, so that's good. And then I'm going to go equip all this stuff. Not going to change the tank, though. So sub-weapon B, we go from missile to 16 missile. This will be the way more upgraded engine. And I don't think I had anything else, right? No internals, no turret. No. Okay. So we are in business now to go retake the capital. And I did this in the first area, but I didn't show it off. You can quickly leave every town instead of walking out of it by just going to the menu and clicking go out of town. Alright. So to the west is where the next mission is. You can see here's the west continent as described in the introductory cutscene, and then there's like a middle island, and then here's the east continent where the Q-Stein Empire is located. We're securing, of course, the western continent here, and this is the capital that we're now going to recapture and secure. This is one of a mission that has a unique objective that isn't that difficult to accomplish, but the rest of the mission is kind of difficult. So in the same way as that last mission where we had to destroy 4 radio towers could be hard if you didn't focus on the objective, this mission is the same way. So Lieutenant General Mahdi is marching his forces along with us onto the city to recapture the headquarters here. And it is being patrolled by some pretty high-level tanks. So the first thing I want to do as we march, I want to pull open the mission description. So, destroy the enemy frontline base, destroy the headquarters. Now, our mission is to win back the capital. What we have to do is destroy that middle building. It's pretty heavily guarded. It has auto turrets around, and it has little foot soldiers. Now we don't have to worry too much about the foot soldiers as long as we don't focus them. Well, I say that and I'm kind of shooting at them and stuff, but what you want to do is make your way up to the headquarters here and completely destroy it. It's kind of how you're going to supersede this mission. If you feel like it, you can kill all the enemies. They're just much higher level than you are, and I would probably only win that combat encounter 1 out of 3 times. So instead, you come up, destroy the headquarters. It gets rid of all their support they lose, and we capture the city. And there, I think, who is this? Is this? Nope, this is a Mahdi. I wish there was a way for me to tell. I'm sure they have a different design. I think there's 1 or 2 cutscenes actually where they are side by side. Apparently, the Proton Kingdom has a king. I was dumb the first time I played this, and I was like, what? A king? That doesn't make sense to me. But it turns out the king was hiding out, the true king, and the Q-Stein Empire has actually just found out where his hideout is. So we have to go there and defend him. And that's what Mahdi is asking us to do here. So in the woods to the southwest, even though from here it's in the sorry, that just made me laugh because it's actually in the woods to the southeast of here. Yeah, that translation issue once again. right? I'm pretty sure. If we look at the map, yeah, it's to the southeast. Definitely not the southwest, unless the world map is flipped upside... No, it can't even be flipped upside down. Unless the world map is mirrored. Yeah, I guess they could get away with that. So the king is located inside of these tents, and we have to guard him. This is another unique mission with a unique objective, in that we have to defend this tent for 3 minutes. It doesn't matter how many enemies we kill. It doesn't matter if we don't kill a single enemy. Just as long as we defend this tent for 3 minutes. If you get too gung-ho and you go out and you try and fight these enemies a lot, you're going to lose the tent. I find the best way to handle this is to sit, like pull back until you would about clip into the tent with your camera and just sit right here and auto these guys with your missiles. These tanks are way less strong. The enemy reserve has a chance to spawn anywhere pretty well in like a circle around the whole map. So if you, let's say I go out there and I kill all those guys and I get 2 more enemy squads that spawn, well, they could be all the way on the other side of the map and make it to the tent before I could handle them. But as long as I stick right near to the tent, I can defend it like a lot easier than if I'm fucking off all the way out in the woods over there. And again, I just let my auto aimer, my heat seeker, just kind of handle these guys. We don't have to focus too much on, our main gun for a little bit. Yeah, see, we're getting hit from multiple angles here. I'm just going to clean up these guys kind of on the left. And again, we just have to survive for 3 minutes. And even then, I'm sure that's true. It just always seems to fly by for me. Time flies when you're having fun, I suppose. Also, you can see them way out there. They look really ugly before they pop in. And whenever they pop in, they actually get detailed. Oh, I didn't even see I had a tank to the west sneaking by. That seems like one of those situations where I could have lost the tent from not really paying attention. There we go. There goes that one. And then I got these tanks kind of moving in here. I've got an idea for certain upgrades to get at certain times. But for right now, this missile is this 16-shot missile is a very welcome addition to our arsenal, and will serve us for a huge chunk of the game. This game, I believe, is the second, and it's like a spiritual successor to a kind of tank game that was released by the same company for the PlayStation 1. And I thought about playing that game first, but I looked at it, and that game is actually pretty fucking bad. This game I actually had as a kid, and I thought it was alright, and I still think it's pretty good. For, a PlayStation 2 game that has shitty localization and stuff, it's still fun to play. There's another game made by these guys that was localized for the PS2 that's in a similar vein called Q, I think, C-H-O-R-O, and then a dash Q. Hold up, I'm getting hit from 2 angles here. Let's kill this tank, and then I'm going to get focused over this way, where these tanks are coming in. That Q looks fun. I think it's the same idea as this, except it's like you're racing instead of like the objective in this game is like war and stuff. The objective in Q is racing. And I think it's supposed to be cooler, like a more involved story, a bigger world, longer game. But I haven't made up my mind whether I want to play that one or not. And that is this mission completely beat. Our Q-Stein, or not Q-Stein, our Protom soldiers came and backed us up. And there's the king. He has a very regal, very pretty design on his tank. And I made mine, my tank white to kind of match him. Also to stick out during cutscenes, because the king doesn't appear in very many of them. Now, we have secured the capital, so the king is going to return to the capital. And we only have one city left to capture, apparently, called Zamniel. Their leader should be there. Okay. Our damage will be great head on. So what are we going to do? We'll go from 2 fronts then. Okay. This game, sometimes you have to take Oh yeah, there's Rothschild and Amati side by side. One has a different colored tint. I can see that for sure. But otherwise, oh, I guess one has stars and the other one doesn't. That's a good way to... Oh, you know what? It's probably related to their ranks, but I also don't know anything about army ranks either. It's also kind of ridiculous because this is a monarchy, obviously, with a king, but then there's like lieutenant generals, all this shit, which I guess they could coexist. I'm just like not aware of it myself. 2 new tanks, a couple $100 or like 1,000 and a couple $100. Let's take a look at the map. So to the northeast is that last city we need to capture, and it looks like we're going to have an assault on the hill before it. I do not remember what this mission is. I hope it's not too hard, and I hope we're kitted out correctly for it. Wow, it looks like we have a lot of allied tanks here, and Rothschild's going to give us a little pep talk before we... it's our final battle here. Oh man, he's really talking this up, isn't he? Holy moly, look at all those tanks. I bet we see maybe 8. There's no way we see that many tanks in this mission. I think the game simply can't handle it. Oh, okay, it's going to blow up a couple tanks. That's why not all the tanks are going to be there. So what is this? Just a big open field fight that we're going to have? Oh, you know, an upgrade I do kind of want that I should get before we actually assault this city. It'll make our things reload faster. Sorry, I don't know why that arrow was trying to point me outside of the map. I think maybe it thought I was exiting the map somehow. I'm trying to let my allies go forward with their HP, since I'm pretty sure all we have to do here is actually like wipe out the enemies. We don't have to protect our guys. Maybe Rothschild we have to protect, but he's chilling in the back with me. I also like the skybox looks shitty, but I do like the look of this like evening sky as a battle. It's very pretty. I also like how this game kind of blends RPG and like combat, sort of, because in the cities and stuff you're like buying upgrades, right? And then there are like characters who have like, you know, Germanero here. He's like, oh, I'll smash them all. Like he has a personality during the fight. And then we have allies who are doing stuff, you know. I don't think the gameplay in the PlayStation 1 version of this was nearly as involved as the PlayStation 2 version, which obviously you might expect considering that it came before this one, but I'm gonna kill this guy before I push forward because I don't want us to get flanked from 2 different sides. Now I bet after we kill this guy all our guys start to push really hard. They're pushing hard enough, so I can see the black tank very smallly in the back, I'm pretty sure behind a green tank. Well, I guess they all look green from a distance, but I bet as we get close they pop in and become a different color. Yep, there we are. Man, the only thing I don't like whenever you fire in this game is not being able to see a fucking thing. It becomes even more apparent whenever I get the reload time upgrade for this that I'm wanting, because you're like constantly firing it, and like, you know, if you're sitting in place or you're moving forward you cannot see shit. I think as long as I just kill this black tank, that's the end of the mission, so that's kind of what I'm going to focus on. Let's see, a couple more shots, and there we go. Germanero is freedom shall not fall. What? Aren't you the oppressors? What the fuck are you talking about? Maybe this is a crackdown style of game where you're actually the bad guys. Here's a spoiler. It's not. I don't know what the fuck Germanero is talking about. That should be it, the last tank there. And I don't think we lost any. Well, actually, now that I look at it, we probably lost a couple tanks. I'm not sure how many we started with, but I see 5 with our flags, not counting Rothschild, so hard to tell. Now, does this instantly... No, actually. Well, it instantly puts us in the city, but I'm pretty sure that that is a victory there. Like, there's no fighting we have to do in the city or anything. Damn, Rothschilds and Amati are here. Okay, so Rothschild, I guess, is the one that's moving. He's a major. I'm not sure. Oh, there's Javon's, the comedic relief to deliver us a message. We got news about the enemy. Oh, this ought to be good. They entered from the north. So apparently to our north lands, there's the Q-Stein have landed an army on our continent again, this time to the north. And I don't really understand what they're saying here, but they're like, you know, our whole army is injured. Why don't we just send 1 or 2 guys, like as a small group? And they ask us to do this. I mean, I kind of get it in principle, but this seems like sort of needless exposition. I mean, they've already given us missions to do in the past. Why are they even asking now? Why would they not just say they invaded from the north? Go ahead and go. What's all this talk of a small troop and all this bullshit? Oh man, we got 7,300 bucks. I'm gonna see if I can get, because sorry. How about we have one thought at a time here, Dr. Dirk? I'm going to see if the upgrade that I want, the speed loader, is available in this town, because each town has its own things that it will sell, and I'm not sure that this town is one of the places that sells the speed loader. Even if it's not, this is a town where I know I need to buy a certain unique upgrade for a mission coming up. So let's go buy first. First things first, where would I even see the speed loader? I think it would be internal devices, and I can't have that yet. Alright, or that's not available for sale here. Now I'm going to buy this C motor, which does become pertinent here very soon. I don't need any of those or those. I don't think I care for an engine yet. A radar upgrade would be kind of welcome, just not while I want a different upgrade first. Hyper CPU. Damn, I wish I had a lot more money. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go to that other city real quick. You know what? I normally don't use the heliports because I don't give a shit about them. They seem needlessly inefficient to me. But I am actually going to use one this time. Take me down to Naldnik. I also don't know why the heliport at the capital is not available. That's very fucking weird to me. Okay, so from the heliport, the shop is over this way. Man, I'm having not so much trouble navigating this. Whoa, what the fuck happened there? I'm having not so much trouble navigating this map as I sort of figured I would. Internal device, high reload, 3,200. Okay, do I have anything I could sell? I could sell some engines. I could also sell the missile because we're not going to use that anymore. Now I can afford the high reload, which reloads really fast. So let's go to the garage and equip all our new stuff. Customize. Let's put not the travel part, the special parts, equip the C motor, because we'll need that soon. We'll equip the high reload, and I don't think there was anything else for me to equip. So we can go ahead and leave, and then our mission objective, in case you forgot it, is to head to the north and repel the incoming army. This is actually not that difficult. Let's go ahead and open the map. I think it's to the west. Yeah. And then we have another mission up there, which I'm not going to be able to do until I buy night vision goggles. I might return to somewhere and buy those night vision goggles before we transition to another continent. I haven't made up my mind yet. We'll see what happens. So we have a fight here in these snow fields. We don't really have the tracks for the snow, so our tank is going to run like shit, but that's okay because, I mean, these guys aren't all that difficult to beat. They're going to basically be like sitting ducks. Also, we have white camouflage on, so that should hopefully help us not get hit. Also, supposedly, we have a small detachment of guys with us, who you can see behind us. Yeah, this mission's not that hard. We do move slow. It's not worth it buying tracks for one mission. I could have at least conceded and bought maybe a more powerful engine, because that would still let us go faster. Wow, these guys just really don't give a shit, do they? I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. I was about to say, I'm not sure they even detect me because of this white camouflage shit, but I would think if you were getting blasted with missiles, you would at least look. Having said that, our guys have also not really moved from their position as well. And I don't think this is like a place where they can like flee the map. I don't even know what would happen if they got to the end of the map. But anyway, that was the quote-unquote invading force that we just cleared out. And they are all dead. And sort of by happen chance, not a single of our guys died. Alright, come back after the patrol. Again, weird translation thing there. What do you mean after the patrol? Like, now that we're done up here, we'll enter the enemy territory. So we're going to invade the Q-Stein. Well, sort of. Man, our tank really controls pretty roughly here. So, a few things I want to do. I want to head back to... Oh man, our tank's doing really rough. Maybe I should just take the dirt road instead of trying to climb the hill here. It's also in part because our tank is so heavy, not just that our engine is shit and our tracks are shit. Whoops, and I definitely didn't mean to come into this city. Oh well. I guess let's leave. I want to head to that coastal town so that I can buy night vision goggles and we can go beat that northwest mission. I don't think this place has night vision goggles. Or you know what? I'm not even gonna test it because or does this place have night vision goggles? Hold up, now it's got me tripping. I need to see. I also think the heliport is near to where the shop is, so even if it's not here, I'll just take the heliport over to that coastal city and we'll be able to see. Again, I want the night vision goggles because we need them for some missions coming up, so it's important that we buy them, just not necessarily right now. Internal, yes, night vision goggles, so I'll have to sell to be able to afford that, and I don't have the money at all. Let's go to the garage. Is there anything I could maybe unequip? I doubt it extremely highly, and I wouldn't sell the grand flag anyway. No, I don't think there's anything I can do. So we're gonna just have to head north and maybe grab the night vision goggles here shortly. I didn't realize that they were so expensive. Okay, so we leave town, and I'm pretty sure we head back north again to where that coastal city is. It'll have a red flag this time, but you don't have to worry. It hasn't been recaptured or anything. We're just returning to it, and this is where the mission's gonna launch from. And yeah, this is a pretty cool mission. Now, I needed the sea upgrade to be able to do this mission. You could also get wings, I think, are appropriate to this mission as well. If you prefer them, they'll let you do it with the wings. I like wings in this game. They just aren't nearly as good as I remember them being as a kid. And of course, wings will just let you fly instead of being out at sea. So we are good to go. I also don't think you necessarily need wings or like a water engine, like a sea motor or anything. Because I guess it is weird. We're going to be basically floating on the water. So we have an island city called Nabia, N-A-B-I-A, or is that not right? Nabelia. There we go. And we are liberating it. It's that island that sits between the Q-Steins and the Protons. The Battle of Nabelia. So our objective for this mission is kind of cool. We have 3 carriers basically that are trying to land in Nabelia, and at least one of them has to make it there. This is the Q-Stein Empire, who has set a blockade basically, and we have to protect our guys until they get to the other edge of the map. So now, I had mentioned before in that mission with the king that you basically don't want to go fucking around while you're trying to guard something. This is a mission where the opposite is kind of true. You kind of want to go out and get rid of these enemies as soon as you can. They aren't hard to beat or anything. They just kind of encircle your guys pretty quickly, and they're like wily. So as you're trying to kill one of these things, another one could pop one of your battleships, and that's really fucking annoying. So we have killed, what, 4 so far? and I think there's 5 in total in this game. It looks like they might almost have this one over here on the side killed. I haven't been here to protect it, so yeah, and it's launching a lot of underwater missiles. Okay, and we've happened to knock out a couple of helicopters by chance too. So what is there? Probably one more of these little battleships. Okay, and then we have a jet and helicopter carrier left, I'm pretty sure. So this is one of ours. Man, good thing I got this 16-shot missile launcher, otherwise we might have had a problem there. And I do still see some enemy jets up in the sky. What if we continue on forward, because I'm pretty sure we have an enemy ship way out the way. Yep, just what I thought. Another, or not another, but a aircraft carrier. I'm pretty sure if we sink this, that's the mission completed for us. I think our mission is to destroy all the battleships. Yeah, careful, I don't want to leave the mission. Destroy all those battleships that were harassing our troop transports, A, and then B, destroy this aircraft carrier. And then also, as like a side objective to win, we have to protect our carriers. Anyway, this really isn't all that difficult. It just has a bunch of HP, and also I'm right on the edge of, you know, the outer edge of the mission area. All right, thank goodness that is this mission done and over with. I forget if we have a cutscene here. Yeah, it looks like we do. And the last time I played this, I was only able to get 1 ship to land here, and it looks like we're going to get all 3 to land here. So that's really, that's a far cry from how well I did it the last time. Okay. Wow. I guess this is really supposed to be a breathtaking moment here as they land here. Oh, there's a heliport here too, which I could use to go back to the mainland pretty easy. I don't really see myself doing that, but just in case. And also, King of Nobilia. Oh, okay, you've got another pretty regal looking tank too. Our navy has been suppressed. My country wants to thank you. Well, you're welcome, Nobilia. I guess we more or less freed them there. They're headed to the Q-Stein Empire. Oh no, this is us. This is Rothschild. We will need to transport the supplies. What supplies? Unless you mean general supply transport, like logistics. Nobilia is going to send some troops. Bone will be leading them. This guy is pretty cool. He's like the envoy for the central continent. You join them. He's looking at me. Hello? Check their position. Alright, let me know of their position ASAP. You got it. And I like this country's flag as basically a leaf. Man, I guess I shouldn't be making fun of that though, because Canada's flag is just a leaf too, I'm pretty sure. Alright, what to do from here? We've got a water mission to the east, which I guess I should go do. I think... Yeah. Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is actually a boss fight. I just kind of forgot. The castle and the sea. This is kind of a weird sort of fight. So there is this ship, and it has this weird teleport thing. It like shoots you, and whenever it hits you, it teleports you onto the ship. Yeah, I don't know why it would ever do that, firstly. I'm not sure why they wouldn't just shoot me like a duck out in the water, but General Skisiva, I'll destroy all who enter. Ooh, eerie. Anyway, you want to avoid this front area. I guess we could probably look at a blueprint of the ship. So we have to destroy the sail, which is basically the bridge. We'll battle a grand ship. The weapons on the deck are powerful, blah, blah, blah. Okay, main weapons in the front and back. We can ignore the ones in the front. Anti-aircraft missiles, or anti-aircraft artillery, we don't have to worry about, but the missile pods, we do. Then there are anti-aircraft missiles in the back, which will also target you. So we basically have a map of this place now. first thing I'll do is go about in the middle and get rid of these anti-personnel missiles first. Oh boy. Yeah, you really don't want to get peppered by those anti-air missiles from the back either, because even though they say anti-air, they do target you while you're on the deck. Okay, so that part is destroyed. Now, there's another gun here on the back. The front ones we could ignore, but this back one we can't really afford to ignore because it can still hit us too. Now we have to pop all of these anti-aircraft missiles. It's just the easiest way that I've found to beat this. I guess there's probably a bunch of ways that you could beat this mission, but again, this is my preferred way. You can tell which ones you've destroyed and which ones you haven't by whether or not they have a white cap on them. A brown cap on them. Once it doesn't have a brown cap, then it's destroyed. So now we basically neutered this ship. So where this bridge is, it has an outer armor, sort of, and we just about have it destroyed. Yes. There we go. So it's fell, and then it has a Gatling gun hidden behind it, but we can actually ignore that Gatling gun to just, if we sit at this corner, it actually can't hit us. And I do not remember not having, or my weapons not doing that much damage here. Oh well. Let's see, what else could I talk about with this game while we're kind of chiseling away at this guy's HP. Wow, this is the most boring fucking boss I think I've ever had the displeasure of fighting. I could have came here with better weapons, I guess, but no enemy has been an issue so far except for this one as far as their HP is concerned. Which is funny because I don't think other bosses in this game, have nearly this much HP. I had said before, I did have this game as a kid, and I did think it was pretty fun. I actually played the New Game Plus a ton, and I used to be obsessed with the AI, and I used to be obsessed with being able to fly around in this game, because that's what the wings in this game do, allow you to fly around. But sort of here in hindsight, I still like the AI a little bit, even though AI has come a long way, but I really don't give a shit about flying around as much as I used to. So many early game missions before you can even acquire the ability to fly penalize you for like they all have anti-aircraft missiles like long before you can even get the wings. So the only time it would really affect you is like if you do a New Game Plus or if you just speed for wings for whatever reason. Alright, thank God, that's this boss done and over with. He isn't so hard, I guess, whenever you just completely neuter him. And that is the Eggman battleship cleared. That's what it looks like anyway to me. Alrighty. Wow. Oh hey, Rothschild's like, what happened? It's funny how you tune in after every fucking boss fight, Rothschild. Oh, battleship was on the watch. Good thing you were out there. You defeated the battleship. Awesome. Well, could you do me a favor and just take over the next continent? Thanks, man. Later. Proceed to the enemy town. Probably whatever town we're about to land in. Get our foothold on this Q-Stein country. The Q-Stein, well, I guess continent, maybe we should call it. The Q-Stein continent actually goes pretty damn quick. Oh man, we actually have a couple missions here. I don't think we can do this one until we have night vision goggles. And I'm going to see if I can't... Whoa, easy now. Don't want to go right into the water yet. I'm going to see if I can't get one of these cities beaten so that I can get the... just purchase the night vision goggles from over here instead of having to go all the way back west. But we'll see what happens. This is a really easy mission. So this is another mission where you have a different objective than just beat all of the enemies, and that mission objective is to destroy this factory. But like, these guys don't really care about, like, well, they care about you. They have an alarm that sounds and you have to beat it in like, what is it, 2 or 3 minutes? But I mean, if you just focus your objective, you're fine. Yeah, we got 3 minutes. That's like That's nothing. So really all we got to do is like find the entrance to this iron fort, as it's called, and we'll be good. I am gonna see. I wanted those missiles to actually target this tank, but it's fine. Even if every tank in this level came in on me, like, well, there's a couple, I really would not be that afraid of losing this mission. The HP of the factory is like so little that like my basic shells were able to destroy it. Yeah, it took less than 30 seconds to beat that mission, or at least less than 30 seconds of our mission time to beat that mission. Okay, so we got that one done. That was super easy. When, or not when, but where is this other city? Oh, okay, it's further to the east. I actually think I did this in a different order the last time I played, which means that we're kind of in for a different spin this time. Volzol's AP unit, who I believe is this black tank, and I assume AP means anti-personnel, but I don't know that for certain. So there will be a bomber here. If you do this mission in the other order, the bomber is already here and taking off to go destroy the western continent. So I guess we kind of get here a little bit ahead of time, and maybe we'll be able to beat him. I remember the issue I had with this before was like the enemies just had a little bit too much HP and I just couldn't handle them, but maybe that won't be the case this time. I hope I killed that. Yeah, I killed that guy on the right, and as long as I take these guys out from a distance, we should be fine. I also see, I think I was a little bit worried that I was getting flanked there, and I do think there's another tank out this way. Hey, we don't have a time limit, so maybe just not take it too fast and we'll be A-okay. The tanks that have that shell that lands with fire are actually really fucking deadly. You can see how much damage they end up doing to your health up at the top. I'm gonna try my best to not get dinged by them though, so I only gotta hit this guy 1 or 2 more times. There we go, he's done. Wow, only 3 more enemies left to go, and 2 of them are grunts. 1 is the boss. Oh, and we're tagging the boss now. So what, it'll take me 2 or 3 probably volleys of missiles, but I gotta, I can't really avoid that attack. That sucks. Oh brother. Well, I'm probably way outside of his range now, hopefully, and then I'm trying to avoid him as best I can. Oh, I don't know, it's close, and I need 1 more volley of missiles to hit him. Oh nice, we beat him just barely, the least little tiny bit of HP. Q-Stein Empire can't lose. Well, you would be surprised if you were still alive. Cool. So now that we've done that in the other order, I'm very curious how that's going to work. All the troops will soon arrive. You mean your troops? Magscopic? What the fuck are you even talking about? Okay, I need that power here. Okay, I think that he's saying like he's surprised that you captured this town because this wasn't your objective, but good job. Now I need you to come capture the objective that I asked you to go to first. I think that's what he's saying. So I'm backing into this because I'm hoping that the shop here has night vision goggles for sale. And yeah, wow, this is like, the shop is right here at the entrance. That's good. Internal devices, night vision goggles, perfect. Now unfortunately we do have to get rid of, what is this? Single loader like laser pierces on. Ooh, that's a good weapon actually. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the radar. If I have a computer upgrade, you know what? Actually, I'm not gonna buy the computer upgrade just yet. And I don't think I'm gonna buy the armor. Best armor with high defensive power uses cupium, can lessen the damage. This is kind of heavy, but I don't know that I care. I guess I'll just get it anyway. Maybe I should get an engine too. Nah, let's chill off the engine. Okay, we'll go to the garage and equip all this new stuff. Oh, don't want to change the tank. I do that every time. Okay, no sub-weapons, no engine, no travel parts. I can go ahead and unequip the C motor now because we don't need it. Night vision goggles I do want, and I think they're equipped. Yeah, it just makes it so I had to get rid of our quick reloader. There's the computer. We can plug in the radar. We can get some armor rolling. Cool. Now I do think we're a lot heavier off that. Let's see how slow we are before I fully commit to leaving that armor on. Let me aim a direction and move. Yeah, it is slower, but I think we'll be okay. I hope we'll be okay. Now, we won't have to worry about the bomber in this city, I wouldn't think. But I guess I don't know either. And we do have the night vision goggles equipped now, so I can go do night vision goggle missions. And I think I'm going to go do both of those while I have the night vision goggles equipped so that I can just sell them after that, because after you do the night vision goggle missions, the two of them, there's no more night vision goggle missions, so it's kind of lame like that. Flash of explosion. So here's the city that we'll be invading at night. Gloonstead has strong defense. Oh, this is Rothschild. Good to see you again, Rothschild. Is there a boss that's going to surprise me here? When Nibelia is bombed, attack. Nibelia being this city, I think. Prepare well for the battle. I bet he's going to say we need night vision goggles. Or no? Okay. Are we going to attack it during the day? Is that the difference? No, you know what? I bet if we didn't have night vision goggles, he would tell us to get them. Because I remember distinctly him being like, you need night vision goggles the last time that I played. Alright, Rothschild. Now, the bright side is we can see. The downside is we don't have the quick loader. Also, I'm surrounded by enemies, supposedly. I guess maybe not. You can see we got the new upgraded radar, which detects enemies in the air. It detects enemies in the sea. It has a way wider range, so you know that's all a bonus. I guess kind of the my shell, since I don't have it upgraded, is really shit. But I'm saving up for that final shell upgrade that costs $12,000. This mission really not hard. It's mostly just a matter of just like angling yourself so that your 16 missiles land, or as many of them as possible. Man, without the speed loader, this is going so slow. Hey, there's two enemies over here. As soon as this is loaded up, they'll eat 16 missiles. Oh, and we're taking a couple of hits too. I could have came at these guys at an angle, I guess, but I don't really care to, I don't think. Oh, I'm just trying to rush this guy. Okay, you don't have that much HP left. Alright, and then we have more guys across the bridge, it looks like. Oh man, not even across the bridge, right here. We got what, another one here too? Man, I really don't want to die in this mission. This is not one of those missions you want to sit here and do for hours and hours. Okay, we'll be able to handle this guy pretty okay, I think. Oh, it looked like my shells weren't landing there for a minute for some reason. So then that's going across the bridge and actually nailing that guy. Didn't look like it for a second. And a little bit more. Alright. And what? One more? And, oh, two more enemies out the way. Or, yeah, I see him way out the way there. Man, I'm really missing that speed loader right now. It's a shame the boring missions are boring as fuck. It's usually the ones where, well, like, the night vision, the other night vision mission actually isn't so bad, but I think part of that reason is that we go in being way over equipped for the mission, because I'm not sure if you're like intended to go there as soon as you get the night vision goggles, but or like as soon as the night vision goggles become available to purchase, but that would be a huge waste of money. Now, I don't think I actually nailed... Yeah, that guy's behind some rubble here. I think I can hit him from this angle. No, I'm hitting like not him. Okay, let me re-angle here. There we are. I also see some missiles are raining down from above. I hope that those are ours, meaning I don't have to worry about dodging them. Alright, on the next volley this guy should be dead. And then after that, after killing this guy, there should only be 4 more enemies left, judging by the mini-map. Oh man, I think I'm also going to have to kind of curve the missiles on this guy too. And I'm still taking a little bit of damage here and there. I was hoping to dodge that maybe. Good thing I got this armor installed, huh? Okay, so that guy is dead. What about these other 2 tanks? If they're down in the water, I'm not worried about them, but they're not. They're across this bridge. And where are my tank guys at exactly? Okay, so we scared those guys to the point they're moving around at least. And maybe if I kind of angle it this way, it'll curve around that piece of rubble that's in the way. It looks like we got one of them, which is good. And then I see he's on the right side here, so maybe if I angle it to the right... I don't think any of those hit. Shit. Okay, let me climb up and around this rubble maybe. Oh, just barely made it over. Okay, yeah, wow, we really don't have much HP left at all. I think I'm gonna have to like hide behind rubble when I'm not shooting this guy. How did that go? Nope, we didn't land many hits. Shit. Okay. This sucks because I only have like this guy and one other guy to kill. Oh man. Let me hide behind the rubble. I'm just trying to like make my HP last. This little tiny bit of HP last. I have no clue at all where this guy is. I think he's right behind that rubble where I can't nail him very easily. Yeah, I see him there. If I angle it like that, okay, he's gone. One last one to do. Man, sorry this mission fucking blows. Can I knock this building down? I think it's a shop, so I'm not sure I'll be able to. Yep, I sure can. And is that I think that's the enemy over there. I think I recognize the Q-Stein flag. Yeah. Oh man, I have no HP. Oh brother. Oh, I'm trying to just get behind rubble. Oh, it's over. Oh. Okay. Thank crime and Netley. Look how little HP we had there. That mission was almost GG, done and over with. But we won, thankfully. That is this city captured. That is one of 2 night vision goggle missions done. And this is apparently the shittier of the 2. The last time I played this mission, the problem actually came from the enemies were all down in the water. There were like 3 or 4 ones down in the water, and I had trouble killing them just because the water eats all your shots. So I think we're saving up $12,000 for the shell upgrade. What do they say on the map? So we can go to the east or the north. I don't want to do either of those though. I want to take the heliport over to the west, so I can do that night vision goggle mission and get that one out of the way. Gloonstat. Where is the heliport in this town? Please don't be too big of a town for me to find the heliport. Not this way, right? Nope, I'm just kind of circling. There's the shop. That would have been something that I could have easily missed. There's the garage, arena. So where the fuck is the heliport? It surely isn't like... No, shop, garage. And they usually have like a helicopter on top of them, I'm pretty sure. Man, if it is very annoying to find, I might just go to that other city where I know for sure where the heliport is. And if it's not around this corner, basically, yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with this. Okay, let's go to the other town. I know that was kind of a waste there, but so we have another field that we could fight in too, but I don't necessarily remember. Oh, whoa. You know what? That mission there, let's go ahead and do it. It's actually not that not that bad. I think it's pretty cool. Devil Sand is what they call your feet could get caught. Okay, yeah, this mission isn't so bad. It is us three, the three fellas, Rod's Child and what is it, Bone and us, and we get ambushed. I think these guys have way less HP too than those guys we just killed. The HP disparity between the enemies is another very weak point of this game, because these guys are like nothing. I mean, you feel like a king in comparison. Man, I love the auto lock on too. It would be very annoying if this game only had shells as weapons. And of course, after you kill so many of them, you know, more spawn. Again, it's an ambush mission. Alright. And I think these other guys, yeah, I was about to say, are like at an angle that I can't really see them yet. Let me back up just a shade. Oh man, more. I forget how many there are. Let's pretend like there's 8 waves. So that puts us on what, 4? And I don't even think that there's 8 waves, but just to have a bellwether for what we're trying to live to. And then what, 2 more tanks up there? It looks like the one's running clear the hell away. There's that guy. And is that the other one's kind of getting away-ish, but like I mean the tanks just can't flee. Alright, thank God. There goes the Q-Stein army once again. Done and over with. Ooh, another $1,800. We're getting closer and closer to that cool $12,000 that I want. So what from here? Another northwest mission. I want to take this heliport over to the west again before I do anything, so that we can get that night vision mission out of the way and I can just be rid of these damn goggles. Okay, where did I have... Yes, here's the heliport. Thank goodness. This one isn't hard to find at all. And then we'll just take whichever heliport is closest to... Or we'll land at whatever heliport is closest to the northwest. Baccarat. Now, isn't this the capital city, though? Yeah, this is the capital city. I'm not sure why we couldn't go here earlier whenever we had it claimed, but whatever. Alright, let's get this night vision goggles mission out of the way, and maybe after we do that, we might be able to afford that new shell upgrade. You never know. Unfortunately, we are back in the snow, but I think where we're going is actually a cave, so it doesn't operate like shit like the rest of the snowy areas do. But I don't remember either, because I think I had really good engine upgrades the last time that I played the game and got to here. And I also think I had really good tracks on my tank. So inside the hideout, this is a really unique mission because we're trying to steal technology. I don't really know the best way to describe it without showing it. Oh, I was about to say, why is my gun reloading so slow? Duh, it's because my speed reloader has been replaced with night vision goggles. Man, good thing these guys don't know how to use their cannons, huh? Otherwise I might be in trouble. And this is all the enemies here too, I'm pretty sure. Like, besides, well, something else here in a minute, but like, we don't get jumped by like a bunch more enemies in here or anything. And we'll clean off that other guy. And this guy, I don't know what he was doing. Almost looked like maybe he was trying to jump us from the side. So we work our way to this other door. You have to get really close to open it. And then same way with this door that we're coming up on again. You have to get really close to open it. And then once it's open, you go into this room where there's a bunch of scrawling messages and a secret little compartment. And it has a CPU in it, which you can see there. You got a secret part. This is a really unique piece because you have to take this to one NPC in a very specific town that we haven't even been in yet to unlock the CPU. So, what is this? Secretary Lieutenant Trinians? Sec. What is sec short for in the military? So we got another Q-Stein fella here. We can't steal your research, huh? Let's see what my 16 shots of missiles have to say about that. And every single one of them missed. This guy's kind of annoying-ish. He moves in a really sort of shitty way. Man, none of those hit? Okay, there's a couple hitting. So he circles the map until he decides to shoot you. He's not hard. And sometimes he gets so caught up in his, like, circling around, he doesn't ever try to, like... Well, he doesn't make very many successful attempts at actually shooting you, so... man. I might have to maybe, like, head this guy off at the pass somewhere. Yeah, like right here. Yeah, there we go. That time we dealt quite a bit of damage to him, and he got turned around. Man, just imagine if we didn't have this armor. We'd be in a world of hurt right now. And... just one or two more hits and we'll be good. Maybe one more volley here. There we go. He's done and over with. Clear and clear. So that is the last mission that we need to use night vision goggles for. $500 up to 8,200. Alright. Well, let's get out of the snowy area firstly because this is really annoying. Also, do we have another mission? Yeah, we do have another mission here. I thought we did, but I'm not sure what we even do in this mission. Maybe it's another boss fight. I can't remember. Oh, you know what? It is a boss fight, and this one is kind of unique. Fear of flails. Man, we might actually be in trouble if I don't have the right treads for this. Let's hope I don't move too much like shit here. So this is the boss. He is extremely unique. Firstly, in that he has a Tesla field set up, so we're not able to... We're in like an enclosed area. Two, he's got like this fucking... like a... I don't know, like a grinder on the front of his trailer or whatever. So he's quite the pain in the ass to deal with. And it does look like my treads are actually... maybe strong enough to deal with him. So that's good. We do have to be on the lookout for the Tesla fields a little bit. We got him at a third of HP so far, which is good. I do think I'm gonna have to... Oh, and we just got hit. That's alright. It doesn't deal so much damage that it's unmanageable. Where's he going? It looks like he's in the corner of the Tesla field. Oh yeah, he's doing up the up these little tornado deals. Okay, so he's at half HP, so he's transforming into phase 2. I don't really know what his phase 2 entails. Maybe a little bit faster. I really can't wait until I get the next bullet upgrade for our, or shell upgrade for our tank, because the next one's really powerful and basically makes the rest of the game a breeze. So as soon as I have $12,000, this next portion of the game, well, the rest of the portion of this game is like pretty well easy street. Man, I only have to get one more volley in on this guy. GG, easy, no re. If I had to do one more cycle on you, I would have probably died. Man, he got killed by his own tornado, huh? Hoisted by your own petard. And there goes the Tesla field, and we can leave. Let's see how much money we're at, because surely we got to be close to $12,000 by now. And $9,000. Not quite there. Alright. What is the thinking now? I guess we need to head back to... sorry, I'm getting hung up on that hill again. Let's head back east, because we don't have any more business here in the west. We've done all the missions that there are to do in the west. I think we're going to head back to the capital as a means of fast travel. And we'll take the little helicopter over to the east. I can show something kind of cool here depending on where the helipad is. Let's see. Is it? Nope, it's to the west. Basically, there were Q-Stein prisoners of war here. And they don't say anything unique, and they're not too cool. Oh, you know what I actually need to do? I need to go to the southeast part of this continent. Let's see if I can take the heliport down to there. Let's see. Well, no. Actually, I can't. I can go down to the southwest, but not the southeast part from here. Rivicadiers. I think this is the first city that we were in. I don't remember. But from here, we need to go to the east, because I was saying that there is a NPC for a city that we have not even been to yet, who we have to give that secret part to get a upgrade to our tank. Yep, and here it is. Here's the little town that we haven't been to yet. And there's nothing really that special about it. I guess technically it's special in that this is one of the few places in the game that you can buy flying parts for your tank. So that is not where we can purchase. Oh yeah, this is the guy we're looking for, I think. Yeah, the craftsman. He has something unusual. So he'll talk to you after you get this secret item from the Q-Stein base. And he gives you a customizable part with it, and it is just a super upgraded CPU. I'm going to go to the shop here and at least make the most out of my visit by selling the night vision goggles, maybe buying the newest. Yeah, I can't. There's the shell I want isn't even here. Let's sell. Hold up. I want the high reload. We don't need the C motor anymore. No more C missions. We don't need the radar. We do want the CPU. Okay. Customize here. I can... Well, not the special part. Wait, is it the special part? Internal devices. Equip the high reload. Yes, we need the computer. Switch that to the QNet CPU, the best CPU in the game. And that's it for now. Now, I didn't see a helipad here. Is there really not one? Let me look around. Is it behind me? And I just saw it in that shot there. Now, that's the garage. Is there a helipad? Yeah, there's a helipad. Oh, man. You're tacking out my engine. Careful. And then we'll go to the far east. Magscopic. And I'm going to buy that shell upgrade I keep talking about here, because this is like, it impedes your ability to move like a very little bit while you're shooting it, but holy shit, what an upgrade it is. And I might get an engine upgrade to counterbalance it. We'll see. Alright, main upgrade. What is it? The positron I want? Pierces all... Yes, this is what we want. And I can't afford a new engine. Can I sell... Yes, we can sell the night vision goggles. I can also sell the shitty CPU. Now then, this Mach engine's good, right? Highest max speed and acceleration. Cool. Well, aren't we in a good way? Let's add on all our parts and we should be... Ooh, that's a little bit too high for us to be able to equip, which is okay. We'll come up with something. The Mac charge I do want to equip. Travel parts good. What about... I don't need the turret. We'll keep the computer. The radar's fine. I think I'm going to unequip the armor. As much as it's been helpful, this other stuff is way better. Man, the positron... Wait, why can't I equip the positron? Hold up. Oh, it's because I have to have an actual heavy tank. That's okay. We'll just get a tank that says heavy on it. It's got to have an H. So I also want... Once we find an H... Yeah, this is perfect. And we are still white, so that's good. Main weapon, positron. Don't need a grand flag. 16 missiles will take. Engine, the Mac charge, Cat 2. Just going through all our stuff here real quick. Quick reload, low gear, QNet CPU, radar. Yeah, we're still too low for the armor. That is a-okay with me. This is Worlds in a way where we're basically a brand new tank. Okay, we're also way lower to the ground. Holy shit, we're so much faster. Oh my god, we're like a fucking race car now. Let's go to the next mission. Yeah, we're basically Tank 2.0 now. Holy moly, we move so fast. I don't think I have the treads to, like, climb hills or anything, but yeah, this is going to be this mission here is kind of hard, but it's going to be way easier now that I have, like, the kind of upgrades that I do. The mobility upgrade plus the damage increase is going to be crazy. So what this is basically a D-Day push past these turrets and enemies. So there's going to be lots of machine guns shooting at us, lots of enemies shooting at us, and again, we just have to make it so at least one of our guys gets to the other end of the map. It's really not going to be that hard. You will die long before all of your guys die. Okay, me and Bone have to guard the soldiers. Makes you wonder what Rothschild's gonna do. Maybe take a little nap during this mission. Okay, again, we're so much quicker. This damage upgrade's gonna be crazy. So the way this works is it, like, charges up and it deals so much damage. 2 shots to destroy this is actually kind of crazy. And then I can, like, clean house with this tank back here. I don't think, well, I guess they're taking 2 shots, which is kind of, but also worth worrying about are the helicopters here. But I guess as long as we move as fast as we do, it's not that big a deal. Okay, and then a second shot. I think this one is taking a little bit more because I didn't angle the shot all that great. We can also move as it's charging, which is awesome. Let's aim this way. Yeah, that's still not really doing it for me. And then, what about here? There we are. No, this isn't the second to last mission. This is the third to last mission, because we got 2 more missions. Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, we got 2 more missions after this. Yeah, this also goes through walls, which is really, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better weapon than this this shell. This is what's going to make the rest of the game pretty much a breeze. Wow. And then we have all these guys to the east over here. It honestly looks like we have been losing a lot of soldiers, though, and I don't really know why, unless it's from the helicopters. Or maybe we didn't start with nearly as many allies as I thought we did, but I don't know. Alright, so there goes that. I've been getting dinged by this stupid ass pillbox up here. We'll just go ahead and get rid of that. There we are. And here's another tank. Almost got him. We'll just finish him off with the rockets, I guess. And a couple more tanks over this way. These guys kind of loafing around relative to what's going on the rest of the battlefield. Come on, get your guys' heads in the game. There's another one down. Oh, that guy just popped out of bounds. Alrighty. Let's go wrap these little fellas up here. Hi, man. Peekaboo. Oh, hey, here's all my tank guys at, where they're all at. They're all chasing this poor guy outside of the map. And he's gone. Can we, yeah, focus on just getting... Holy shit, look at how many... Oh my god, there's actually so many of our guys left. Man, imagine if there was no deaths on the Normandy. That'd have been crazy. Okay. And that has been this mission. That really wasn't all that difficult a mission. I like Bones' kind of paint scheme. The thing is, all the cool characters that are unique have a cool paint job. I wish that we had one. Well, I guess we're kind of white, but it's whatever. We're really low to the ground. We're the low rider tank now. They haven't heard from Amati in a little while, so we can either attack the capital or we can go help Amati. And I'm going to go help Amati. And Rothschild's going to proceed towards the capital in the meantime. Okay, how much money? 3,200? Not bad, even though we're good off purchasables for the rest of the game. So it's to the west. Yeah, Mahdi's to the west. And again, you could choose to do one or the other. I'm going to just go out here because this is basically an optional mission. As soon as we march on the capital, that is like the final mission. So, there you can see Mahdi is, well, not doing good. And here is this big, cool looking tank with big circular treads. I forget, is this an Australian design? I feel like I might have seen this in some history books related to war in Australia, but I don't know anything about tanks. I just know that this one's going to fall pretty easily. Oh, that Q-Stein logo on your back isn't healthy. Oh man, I just got flattened. Hold up, let me back up. Come on, brother, I'm already pretty close to the ground. There we go. There goes about a quarter of his HP. What if we could do that? Maybe, how about 5 times? He'll probably be over with. Oh, and time for phase 2. What I meant to say was that Q-Stein logo on your back isn't healthy for you, bud. And I'm pinned. Oh, this is tough. He's almost dead. One more rocket barrage. This guy really isn't that difficult. And he is already dead. Man, he tried to run us over in one last act of defiance. Rip him. Coolio. So, even though, unfortunately, Mahdi is dead, we now march on the capital and we can avenge him. Rod's child, you know, gets to us on the radio and he asks what happened, and, well, you can see what happened here. The enemy must have suffered. Oh, I'm sure Mahdi wouldn't have just let him go easy. So now Rod's child asks us to attack the Q-Stein capital with him. 5,000 for that. Damn. And we don't even unlock Mahdi's tank, I don't think. Or if we do, we don't unlock the paint scheme. Alright, so it's time for the last mission. The one where we march on the capital. Here it is. Let's go. Good luck to us. This is not even that long of a mission, but it is still pretty cool. So here is the capital of the Q-Stein Empire. You can see propaganda posters with the Emperor on the background there. I guess that's the same tank as the final boss from the first game on the PlayStation 1 for this, which is a kind of cool little, I guess, nod to the PS1. I don't think it's a continuity thing, except that it's cool, you know? Like, it's a cool little callback, but there's no, like, continuity in the story, so... Alright, the Emperor is our target, go. I really like his base, too. It looks like Dr. Wily's castle or something. Or more Dr. Eggman shit. Okay. So now it's time to clean house with these tanks. The fact that it will pass through these tanks, your shots, is going to make super quick work out of all these guys. These enemies are not really all that difficult, and again, your computer is going to like auto-target most of these shots for you, so okay, yeah, we're squared up on that one. We do have a lot of enemies in this tank. Well, yeah, I mean a lot of enemies relative to A, how many allies we have, B, you know, how big the city is, so it's more a chore than anything if you have the kind of upgrades that I have. I think maybe to the left I'm seeing some more enemies through these walls. Let's aim. There we go. That should clean that guy, I would think. Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh well, we'll missile barrage everybody that I missed there, and we'll surprise this guy. Only 3 more enemies to go. Again, it's a lot of enemies, but with our upgrades, I mean, it's more like, you know, dust and shells. It's just a chore more than anything else. And then 1 more to go. Cool. Done and over with. So now after we kill all the enemies, we just have to go up to this elevated platform that we saw in the introductory cutscene. Oh man, we're chugging a little bit going up this, huh? Alright, now in here is where the final boss is. So, it's kind of cool. Like, one, the final boss, the Emperor, he kind of looks cool. I really like the arena that we fight in. I love his base. This is the Emperor right there. He he looks a good bit different than he does on the propaganda posters. He's not too hard of a boss. At least I didn't have that much trouble with him. He is supposed to be invulnerable from the sides, but if you have this piercing weapon, it doesn't really matter because it shoots through the impenetrable sides. And then this happens. It's like a little cutscene, but it's actually a little pre-rendered joint, and it does all these little pop-out things, and then it's like a phase 2. I honestly sort of feel like that's a Sonic Heroes boss, or a Sonic Heroes enemy, not even a boss is what it looks like. But yeah, we out damage him. We get healed in every phase of the fight. Our CPU locks onto him. I mean, we're like, could not be in a better way, really. I guess except for that, which hurt quite a bit, but his next attack, yeah, where he just shoots out his arms. It also locks in here for just a second until he gets all his stuff back, even though, like, you know, the fight's over. It takes just a second. And then I think we have another pre-rendered cutscene. This boss isn't like too exciting. I like this here. It's like a step towards kind of mysticism instead of like technology like it's been all this time, because it's like he's like completely destroyed, but the enchantment or something from this is like that gear is like what lets him live or something. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I like maybe not. I mean, it's like a cartoony, fun little game, so it's cool that they include like a little segment that's more or less just, you know, that cartoony kind of like magic and stuff. So we have to shoot him in the head. I don't think that we actually deal any damage to him while he's not knocked down. So you can see these like little scraps of stuff getting closer and closer to us. Whenever they eventually touch us is like whenever he does a proper attack. Yeah, see, we just got locked in there for a second, and he just fell again. And we're getting attacked by these gears, which is fine because, well, I mean, not that I can do much about it. I guess I could try to, I could bother to, like, move and try to dodge it, I guess, but, I don't think we can actually just, like, shoot the head part of it wholesale. Even whenever I try to aim for it, it's just like hitting this neck here, so I'm not too concerned with it. It's not a hard boss, it's not difficult, it's not that long. It'll take, what, maybe 2 more cycles here. And we got more than enough health to kind of tough that out. And honestly, I don't see many more scraps around, so again, I could dodge those. I'm really not that concerned about how much damage that this thing is dealing, really. I do think it's cool. I do want to show something, I guess. Here in the mission rep, it has like a little analysis of every phase of the boss fight here. I could have shown off some earlier parts of it, I just didn't really think to. It's really not like, unless you're like a guy who's kind of like really fascinated by that stuff like I am, you probably don't give a shit anyway, so we're really close to finishing this boss off, and then once he's dead, that's the really the end of the game. Okay, oh man, we almost had him there. Okay, oh well. I'm trying not to get got by this trash. I mean, we got plenty of HP for it, but I guess I'd rather just avoid it if I could. Oh, and I'm about to get hit by that gear. I dodged it just in time, because whenever you go to shoot this, it locks you into place. Oh man, and we just barely avoided the gear there again. There we go, and now he's finally knocked down, and that has been that. He's completely dead now, and then I think we just have like a little outro celebration cutscene, and then that should really be it. Whoa, look at that explosion. And so that is the Q-Stein Empire fallen, the Q-Stein Emperor also fallen for that matter, and yeah, good prevails, yay. You can see the Proton Empire and the king here. We'll surely all get a medal, at least. Unfortunately, you know, our other buddy died, but you know, we won. We beat it. That was, you know, pretty well seek and destroy. This is a pretty cool game. I think maybe it shines from the replays and stuff. Like if you choose to play through it a bunch more. I think maybe the Koro Q or whatever, the other game that was for the PlayStation 2 that's more of a racing game, maybe that one was a little bit more involved than, you know, kind of this one is. This one's just kind of, I mean, we beat it, so here we are. I like maybe if I was more of like a tank head, I would kind of appreciate it more. The PS2 didn't have a lot of great options for a game like this. It was kind of like, you know, if you wanted to participate in war, it was like maybe Call of Duty 1 or 2 or 3, and then there was this game. I guess maybe some Medal of Honors. I'm not even sure which ones were for the PS2, but yeah, that was it. Oh shit, Amadi was the president of Conspiracy Entertainment. Huh. I wonder how many executive producers, I wonder how many of these main characters in the game were based off of these guys. Oh yeah, Vince Matthews, huh? That's pretty cool. I'm not going to sit here and go through the credits or anything like that. I guess something I could show is one of the, let's see, can I skip these? Yeah, so we get 20,000 gold every time that we beat that last mission there. We get a couple of new tanks as well. And then we get angel wings. It's a secret part. It's one of the flying parts. And then we could choose to save our game here. If we just hit back, it doesn't matter. You could save your game if you're ready to. It starts the whole game anew, and you can go through it and play it again to your heart's content. Anyway, that was Seek and Destroy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you found it informative, at least maybe learned something about this game you didn't know before. But anyway, again, that's been Seek and Destroy. I will see you guys all next week. Later.